Aegis and NVIDIA are joining hands today. How do we bring skills to India for data science? And more importantly, how people understand how to apply deep learning, which is a critical foundation, how India is going to transform itself, and it's really important.
Putting mathematics into the data of the company and make solving real life problems. It was really interesting course. There was so many to learn, so many things to learn, and all the subjects and everything. Especially the faculty members, each one of them were really good. The placements and everything of the whole curriculum.
I think I got the right direction guidance from the institute. Really thank you.
I was actually scouting for some data science program, and then I got to know there was very few players who were actually giving this PGP full-time program, and Aegis was one of those.
To all of the participants who are attending here in the on campus, and to all those participants who are attending and watching us live at YouTube. So we are online now, guys. So let's have a quick introduction first. So start from you guys. Start from this row. Okay. Okay. So how long you have been working in total?
Since 3 years.
3 years. Okay. What about you? And what about your qualification? What you have done?
I've done a BCA.
BCA and BSc IT. With you, yes. You're welcome. Yeah. What's your name? Your introduction. Quick introduction about yourself.
My name is Aegis. I'm from Mumbai.
Okay.
And about my qualification, I am MCom. And about my career, I am fresher right now.
Okay. Brilliant.
Myself, Ninat Parab. Currently, I am pursuing my BSc.
Okay. And which year you are into? Final year or which year?
In final year.
Final year. About you?
Yeah, hi, my name is Hardik Rata.
Right.
I did my bachelor's in information technology,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 10 years of experience.
Okay.
I've already registered for
The course, I know. Right.
course.
Yes. 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 Brilliant. Okay. So to today's topic, what we are going to cover is that demystifying AI and data science, because we have been listening all those jargons about data science, business analytics, big data. The AI is a new, terminologies which we all are, hearing about the jargons about AI, the deep learning. What does that differentiation between that AI, data science, right? How these areas, like you guys are already working in analytics, how you guys can do a transition, because that's why you guys are here, right? So what sort of tools are there which are very hot in the market? What are the skills which companies they are looking forward to in order to, what sort of disruption these technologies has created? So I'll be covering up, I'll touching up these points, and once the session get done, I'll be just walking you through with the courses what we offer, a quick introduction about these. So, and also the participants who are attending this sessions online, they can also write. My colleague Manish is there, so they can also introduce themselves. So we'll have to communicate to them in longer in another sessions. Okay, so let's. So I'm Ritin Joshi. I take care of the entire consulting part at Aegis for data science, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. Okay, so let's quickly. I'll just set up the agenda for today's talk. So I'll talk about who we are. I'll be giving you a quick demo if the internet speed works fine. The data product demo, what sort of products what we have developed using those technologies, the disruptive technologies. I have given a quick brief on that. We'll talk about invasion of future and present, because there is no future that we have already invaded. How come? I'll be just giving a kind of overview, a kind of 360-degree view, or maybe 10,000 feet view about that. We'll talk about what is AI, machine learning, and deep learning, and how these new technologies are impacting the entire economy and creating the kind of buzz around, and also how these technologies has created the enough scope and the opportunities, and as well as the challenges. We'll talk about what is data science in longer slides, differentiation between business analyst and data scientist, because still there is a huge talk about it, right? Who are business analysts, and what is the differentiation between the data analysts and the business analyst, and maybe the data scientist. Also, we'll talk about the IT tools, the skills, and competencies which is required if anybody wants to do a transition into that area. Okay, let's move on. It's not working. Okay, so who we are, right? So we started our journey at Aegis in the year 2002 with the support of Bharti Airtel, and that was an era when Airtel Bharti supported IIT Delhi and Aegis Mumbai, because that was the same era when the technology disruption had happened in telecommunication. So older technologies were becoming obsolete, and new technologies like CDMA and all these cell phones, right? These companies, they were emerging, and that was an era where the same disruption was happening in the market. The individuals who were working in the telecom, they don't have that much of skills so that they can understand the new technology. So we have come up and launched Asia's one of the only program which is a master's program in telecom management, in order to develop the cross-functional leaders in telecom domain. Since then, the journey has started. 5 years back almost, we have joined hands with IBM. We married with IBM, and now our kids are healthy. That's what I always talk in my sessions, and serving the industries and making us feel proud. And we have rolled out and we have set up primarily the business analytics, cyber security, and cloud computing lab in collaboration with IBM, and which participants they use it for doing their in-class projects, assignments, and the live projects. I'll be talking you and walking you through with the further slides. And in order to enhance, why we have done that? In order to enhance the skills and competencies for the individuals like you, like one of the participant attendees, he already had applied, like you guys have shown interest, that's why you are here, in order to enhance the skills and the competencies of individuals like you and the working professional in those disruptive areas. Aegis is a proud trading partner with TSCC, which is Telecom Sector Skill Council, which is a part of NSDC, under which we provide this skilled manpower for the telecommunication segment, and we have trained a number of individuals in the prior years, and for the organizations like Serco, Ericsson, Vodafone, right? Another MTNL where we are here. So MTNL is our infrastructure partner where we conduct these programs. We have initiated Aegis Graham Bell Award, which is Asia's one of the largest innovation award, under which what we do, we take nominations from the organization like small scale, mid-size, large scale organization. Any organization who have done some tremendous breakthrough innovation in two areas, which is time and SMAC series. Time is for your telecommunication, internet, media, entertainment sector. SMAC is for your social, mobility, analytics, and cloud and data science we have included, and we reward them, right? Though the programs we have rolled out, I'll be walking you through in the next slides with IBM. We have awarded IBM for their innovations as well. It has got the global recognition, that award, what we have. Now, M University, as you can see, we have also launched the India's first mobile MBA on tablet that was unveiled by Sachin Pilot at that moment. Next slide. Okay, now the academic and industry collaboration. So these are the collaborations we have, as I have mentioned earlier, like we have joined hands with IBM. So how many of you have aware about IBM? Everybody, right? So do you have an idea like how they have started their journey? The time IBM they have initiated their initial step, what they used to do. Anybody has an idea?
They used to create mega computers.
Mega computers. Anybody else would have some different opinion? Online participants, they can also communicate. My colleague Manish is there. We all know that it's a great organization, right? Big time leaders and known for the computational and the hardware business they were into. So it will be a shocker for you guys, the time they have started their journey, right? They have just stepped into the market. They used to manufacture coffee vending machines and tabulating machines and punching machines kind of, which is being used for the attendance purpose in the plants and manufacturing unit. And then since the transition had happened and they have become the world largest leader in telecom and the computational and hardware business. But now have you ever seen IBM's computer laptop? Have you? No. Why? They have sold almost a decade back. In the year 2008 or 7, they have sold their entire unit to whom? Lenovo. And that was the time when they were at the peak at the business. Though their contemporary partners, competitors like HP, they are still in the market, Compaq, right? But why they have done that? Because that moment they have sensed that the world is moving towards some bigger change. And that change was big data. Now we are very much aware about data science, but it started with big data. And they have invested a huge chunk of money, close to $24 billion, right, in big data domain. And how the $24 billion is? Any idea? So when last time BJP government was there, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, they have invested half the amount, $12 billion for collateral highway project, Connecting India project, right? Let's get into more minute detail. $1 billion would be how much? $1 billion, yes. 5,600 crores, close to. That amount of money they have invested. So whatever we have thought of, right, about data science and big data, so this is not the jargons and not the, this one day created thing. They have invested that thing, right? Okay. So a quick brief about IBM. Now NVIDIA, as you can see, right, they are known for graphic cards, right? We all have played Counter-Strike, I believe, BTech graduates, most of us. Okay, so now they have moved and they have done the transition into AI and deep learning. NVIDIA now, they are the leaders in that deep learning and AI, powering heavily that Google and Facebook, right? They're the leaders in AI and deep learning. They also join hands with us for delivering some courses in deep learning and AI, which is I'll be walking you through in the next slides, cover these points. And also we are working upon some various projects with NVIDIA as well. I'll be working on the next slides. I'll give you the idea on that. Okay, so this is the collaboration. As I have mentioned, IBM I talked about. So NVIDIA with the Deep Learning Institute, we have the tie-up with them. So participants, they will have the entire access to the proprietary technologies of NVIDIA and also the specific certification that would be offered by NVIDIA and Aegis to the participants who complete the program. UBTech, you might have heard about. Alexa is the robotics thing. We have also joined hands with UBTech, one of the brilliant company in robotics, right, under which we have created another program which is completely into applied AI program, and we are training that robot with our own very own algorithms and AI and deep learning part. AWS, you all may be aware about that. So AWS also joined hands with us. So participants who do the programs we offer, so they will have the access for their entire AWS course content for deep learning and AI, and also they will have the access for the AWS labs, for which they use it for doing their projects. Next slide. Okay, so this is the certification. What we have been recognized by IBM itself for developing the skills and competencies in those areas. Just I have put that slide. Next. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to the point. The program what we have launched. So this is the program we have launched, and we are the very first institution in India who have rolled out this postgraduate program, which is also equivalent to MS in data science, business analytics and big data, which is a holistic applied data science program we offer. Okay, another program we have launched, that is postgraduate program and which is also equivalent to MS in cybersecurity, that we have rolled out. Started over recently a batch in Bangalore for that. Next slide. This is the another program we have rolled out, which is a postgraduate program in applied AI, machine learning and deep learning, again with IBM. Going to the next slide. Okay, so this is the certification participants they will get once they complete the program. Like I have just put the sample certification of cybersecurity. Similar way, the participants they will get the certification for the postgraduate program in applied AI, machine learning and deep learning, and similarly for the data science program that would be jointly offered and delivered by IBM and Aegis. As I have mentioned earlier, so for the AI and deep learning, this is the another certification participants they will get from NVIDIA and Aegis itself once they complete the entire modules for AI and deep learning with NVIDIA itself. Next slide. Okay, so now the projects what we have done. So these projects, why I have put that slide to that particular meetup, because so that you will get to know that how we are using the data and solving the problem statements, right, and how this will help the participants and the organizations, right, in order to solve the entire problem statement for the organization. And these projects, because apart from the institution, we have a consulting wing under which what we do, we take projects from the organization, we pull projects from them, and we provide these companies like the large scale, small scale and mid-sized organization, the solution, in terms of the complete project what we do provide to them. And for certain projects what we also do, we do the POCs as well for certain projects. And these projects we impose to our participants, for which the project mentor they come and they will do the entire hand holding for the participants. So the projects what we have done, like as you can see, the skills and job trends are available in the market, because as of now we all have heard and getting the information almost by 2020, like almost 1.8 lakhs jobs are available in India alone in data science domain. So who is doing that kind of research, and what would be the authenticity of that research? Maybe we just came to know and we blindly believe just because these research has been conducted by NASSCOM or FICCI or these kind of associations, but what is the way, how they have done that, how they have dig out that particular, the facts. So what we have done, I'll just walk you through in another slides, I'll just show you. The skills and job, the graphical representation. We have also done the call drop analysis project, which is one of the major problems. Still, sometimes we have faced that call drop is happening. For that call drop project, which is what we have done on the massive scale in entire Maharashtra region. So we have taken almost 10 million database in Maharashtra region for the telecommunication operators, the leading giants in that area, and we have taken 3 sort of database from them: billing data, their CDR, call record data, and the CRM data. And we have clubbed together and we have tried to identify and solve that major issue, which is call drop analysis. Also what we have done the churn prediction. You know what is churn? Switch or leave, right? How many customer will leave, say a Vodafone to Jio or Airtel to Vodafone kind of project. Predictive based modeling, what we have done on massive scale. Another project, which is a project Khojo, Let's Find Missing Child. It's a very brilliant project what we have. It's our very own project. So I was reading an article and a news, it was very shocking. Alone in Maharashtra region, right, if you talk about an Indian context, the child goes missing within an age of 13 to 19, the number would be more than in lakhs. And there is no track where these kids or individuals or the girls or the boys, in which trade they have been dragged to, right? And it's a crime, a structured crime, right? And we all know that, which is happening. And the alarming situation alone in Maharashtra region, in every year, the rate of kids goes missing is around 17,000, close to. Big number. So what we have done, we have designed one project, which is just an application. It's a project Khojo, right? The name, if you just, it looks like this. I'll just show you guys. It's an application what we have built. It's a web, Android and iOS based application. What do you have to do? If you find somebody begging on the street, you just have to take your phone, click the photograph, right? Your identity won't be disclosed to anybody else. You can also go and check on www.khozo.org, right? And you will get the entire information. So what you have to do, you have to click the photograph of that person begging on the street. Your information won't be disclosed to anybody else, right? And the photograph will be circulated to the nearby NGOs, the police station. Andhra government is supporting us like anything for that project. We are very, very soon officially launching that project as well. It's in the pilot phase now. So how that program it works, right? What is happening behind the scene? So it will take the photograph, right? Suppose some child goes missing from say Jharkhand or Bihar, and you find that guy missing on the street in Kurla or maybe anywhere on the street or maybe in the signals, right? So this will, you have already uploaded a picture to the cloud, right? It will go to the nearby NGOs, police station. It will do the image recognition system what we have built, right? It will detect the image, which if somebody would have logged an FIR for that person missing, right? It will check the photograph, do the statistical based analysis and give you the results. And if you find any peculiar about that person, you can also put some marks, right? That person is mentally retarded or any kind of thing. If you find any additional information, it will be easier for the system to grab the best result, right? So this is how we are serving the society, and Government of India is very much supporting it. This is our very own project. Another project we have done, which is a facial recognition based upon attendance system. It's an open project. How many participants are attending the sessions? Just one click a photograph, and it will the entire attendance get marked. And participants, they will get the SMS, okay, that you are present. Also one SMS to be sent to their parents. Another project, what our participants they have developed. Then live student performance predictor, another project, right? What we are doing for our M University portal, right? So how a person is performing. Like suppose you know that R and statistics you might have heard about. I'll be talking on next slides. There is a correlation, right? If somebody is not performing well on statistics, there are high chances that somebody will not perform well in R. So the flash will come to your system and your phone that okay, you need to give more focus on the statistics, else you will be losing marks or maybe high chances that you won't perform well in the statistics. That kind of performance based analytics, and also this will help the faculty members, the project mentors to evolve that which sort of participants are not doing good and why the reason is. Another project we have done, so these are a fraud detection for the leading banks we have done. Another major project we have done on massive scale for the leading banks in India. Problem was, suppose that guy sitting in green shirt here, his name is Ramlal, a fictional character, right? Maybe you have taken a loan from Mumbai, right? And you have forged your identity. You went to southern region of India, maybe Karnataka, and you become Chinnaswamy, right? And you have forged your identity, applied for the loan, not like a Nirav Modi kind of loan in crores, but 3-4 lakhs loan, right? And there are so many such cases which are in bad debts for the banks, right? And banks has issued the loan to you, but now again you have vanished, right? And you went to Delhi and become Ajit Batra, right? And have taken, these are real cases which had happened earlier, right? And major problem for the banks. Now how to track? What one thing you cannot change in a person? What do you think, guys? Iris pattern. But let me tell you, we are not sitting in a world where we are exposed to the science fictional kind of movies what we have seen in the Hollywood. Most of the iris scanner are not that much particular. Apart from that, fingerprints can be forged. That can be. Face, right? You cannot change your face. Unless or until you have been gone through or undergone with the massive plastic surgery, or maybe you have cut your cheekbones and kind of become a completely different person, but that is next to impossible. If you grow some beard or maybe facial hairs, even though the distance between your cheekbones, the eyes, the entire object will be the same. The same way if you guys might be using your phone, facial unlock system, right? You try a lot, but you guys find that only you can open it, right? That cannot be changed, right? So this is how we have solved the major issue, which is a fraud detection analytics project what we have done for the leading banks in India, right? Another project we have done like chatbots for internet service provider company, what we are working upon. Also we have built our own very chatbot. If you just go to www.aegis.edu.in, you will meet Maya, right? You can, and it's in the pilot phase. It's learning as much as you interact with that Maya, virtual chatbot, completely based upon AI and deep learning and machine learning and stuff, right? So the more you communicate, the more the system will become smarter, right? So these kind of projects we have done. And there are many other projects. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Okay, so this is the another project I have talked about, like the recommender system what we have done. Like that chap, he has already applied for the program. So this is how we create in our M University campus, which is a state-of-the-art learning management system and end-to-end delivery solution what we have. This is how the profile of a person get created. So I have taken that profile of that lady who is a student of Aegis. Now this is how the dashboard looks like, where you will see the kind of courses you have registered, the projects you have done. On that basis, next slide, the attendance and everything you can look at. Okay, so this is how it will show you the skills. Suppose you have done your SQL, you have done your Java, because the profile what you have mentioned, if you hail from a computer science background, you have mentioned the Java you have already studied. This is how you can see the data analytics and machine learning. Now the system will show you the jobs by designing rules, right? You just have to click on that pie charts you can see here, and it will give you the exact result, right? That will extract the data with the real time, and this will show you the exact number of jobs are available in SQL. And if you can see the charts, the bigger portion is SQL, data analytics, Python, as you can see the bigger chart, and Java as well. So these charts shows that these skills are still hot. I mean Java and SQL. We think that SQL has gone the days. No, there are n number of jobs are available, right? Which need SQL developers, MySQL and SQL individuals who knows that technology. And you will see the jobs by design rule. If you just click on that system, it will show you how many number of jobs are available, the experience in years, jobs are in the location, on which location and number of jobs are available, a kind of 360-degree view of participants they will get, and this is happening on the real-time basis. Moving on. So number of jobs, I have just clicked, and data science, machine learning and AI based jobs are available, 29,310. And this is the real-time data, which is fetching from the entire sites which are available. In SQL only, if you can see 14,149 jobs are available. Python, if you can see, as I can see, 18,000 jobs are available alone in Python. This is one of the most hottest skill in the market. Jobs by location, if you can see, Bangalore has the bigger portion. Then Delhi NCR, as you can see, Mumbai suburbs and Pune, Hyderabad is equally emerging like anything. So these are, so it will give you the entire idea. If you specifically look forward for how many jobs are available in a particular skill set, like let's take an example of machine learning, it will show you the exact concrete figure, 5,770 jobs are available alone in Python, machine learning. Jobs by roles, which companies are hiring, a kind of complete solution for the individuals, just like a Google weather. And we are going live in another 2 to 3 months time. That the accuracy is very, very high what we are getting. Just like a Google weather, it will be available online, right? Participant, they just have to put their skills and they will get the entire results without any NASCOM or any organization's report. You don't have to rely on that, because when we heard about millions and trillions kind of structure, right, we get fascinated, right? That, okay, wow, big picture, but this is the real picture that will show you. Okay, next slide. So this is how the recommender jobs you can see, like it will show you the companies who are hiring for particular jobs and what kind of skills. Participants, they can directly apply, and this is happening typically in the executive model. What we have seen, participants after having 1 or 2 modules a trimester, they do a transition depending upon the skill sets what they have got, what they have learned, acquired, and based upon the projects what they have done, what I have walked you through guys with. Okay, so invasion of future and present. So how many of you think that still there is a future exist? Do you believe in future? I think yes or no? Yes? Do you think there is a future? But we have already invaded that, right? Like whatever we have, watched in the movies, like science fiction movie, let's take an example of Star Wars, right? Like science fiction movies like Terminator, not that Terminator kind of stuff, but yes, still. Sophia, have you heard about Sophia? You have heard about that, right? The first humanoid which has got even the humanoids, they have penetrated human civilization, right? And she has got the citizenship as well. You guys are aware about that. You might have seen the videos as well. I won't run the video because you all are aware about that. So these kind of things, whatever we have thought of earlier, it has become the reality. and thanks to these technologies, because our visualization has got the biggest power, right? So whatever we have thought of, a James Bond movies in 70s or 80s, right? So maybe you guys are not familiar about that 70s, 80s movie, but I'm a big James Bond fan. So I have watched these movies, right, in 70s or early 70s, right, in which he used to communicate through his watch. He used to do a video calling, and that time it was an absurd kind of phenomena, right? Never ever thought of, but now everybody you can do that, right? So now, because of these technologies, the distance between the imagination and reality is contracting like anything, just because of these technologies. So there is no future, my dear friends. We have already invented that. That's why I have put that statement to you guys. Next slide. Okay, so Indian employment, let's go with the reports as well. Indian employment outlook by 2020, this is a FICCI report and NASSCOM and joint E&Y reports. By 2020, 37% new jobs roles are there and 9% in non-existence job roles should be there. Quite shocking, but this is going to happen, right? Because number of jobs, and you might have seen that trend, in testing profile, which would be a last resort for IT graduates. You both are from IT, right? Right. It would be last resort, okay, if you are not getting any kind of development job, okay, testing is something where we can start off, right? But now the companies, they are checking out the testers. Why? No longer adequate, right? The manual testers are no longer required. Automations are happening, right? Quite shocking. Okay, so 80% of all applications will have an AI component by 2020. It's an IDC report, right? So what does it mean? Like by 20, and Gartner report says the same thing. So whatever piece of code we do right, it has got the AI component. Probably tomorrow, like the developers, it's an alarming situation for them, and that's what we are seeing over the last 5-6 years when we have rolled out this program, right? So the job, the security, it's at the verge, right? One has to evolve by learning those technologies, right? Because whatever problem what is a code, right? It's a logical based syntax. If you train a machine, it itself will start learning and give you the best result, right? Why there is need of human then to write a code? Next slide. Okay, so behaviors associated with human intelligence. I'll just read that statement. AI systems, how they will typically demonstrate at least some of the following behaviors like planning, what humans we do, reasoning, learning, problem solving, perception, knowledge presentation, manipulation, and to lesser extent the social intelligence and creativity. This is a general statement, but that what we humans think of, right? Machines can easily, they can do and disrupt the entire situation. This is how the systems are becoming and getting smarter and smarter. Okay, so a quick look about, okay, let's talk about the AI, machine learning and deep learning. So so do you think that AI and deep learning is a new phenomena? Hardly it's been a decade or 2 or 3. What do you think? New?
It was existing, but we can say the terminologies have evolved in these 2 decades.
I'll tell you. So that idea has started, what you can see here, 1950, right? So that idea has emerged when the computationalist, the statistician, right, the contemporary scientist who were working with those mathematics equations, and because computer has evolved at that time, it was the evolving stage, right? They were thinking at that moment, why not to create such machines which can work and can do a task which we humans, we think it's easier for us. And what are the easier tasks for us? Like, if I ask you, what would be easier for you as a human that you don't have to learn? Differentiate between a male and a female voice, right? Differentiate between colors, right? Differentiate between the size, this is big, this is small kind of structure. These are very small and they're very easy tasks for us. So scientists, they have thought of why not to create a system which will create those smart machines, right, which can think, work and act like a human, from where the idea has evolved, right? Though we have not reached up to that level at that moment, but yes, in early 90s, and I'll just break that doubt most of you would have, that machine learning, AI and deep learning is a different world altogether. No, that machine learning is a subset of AI, And deep learning comes because it needs more number of layers. If the data is more complex, if you are working for the videos, high definition videos which has got 90 frames per second or more than that, right? It was very tough for a machine to analyze that thing. That's why that deep learning has come into the picture, right? So deep learning is a subset of again machine learning. So in early 90s, we have got the breakthrough when Google and those Yahoo, these things have evolved. And we have come across with the mail system, right? And that moment, we have got the breakthrough when the spam filter has been introduced, right? It's a very classy and very simple function or the application you can say of machine learning. How it works? Click the mail into as a spam. Next time onwards, any mail will have that kind of element. Automatically, it goes to the spam folder. Now, if you are not doing manually, you're not doing it because I never ever do some mails with spam. But still, if I check my spam, sometimes that entire spam filter gets filled, right? If I'm not doing, but somebody in that particular server, in that particular portal, somebody is doing that. But if that mailer has got that content, it automatically will go to the spam folder. It's one of the very simple layman example of machine learning. So till 90s, we have reached to that level, right? But now when it comes to deep learning, differentiate between a dog and a cat. That somehow we have started evolving till 2000, after 2005 or 2000, you would say. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is all about machine. So machine learning is subject of AI or a subset of AI and data science technique that allow computer to use existing data to forecast the behavior and outcome and the trends. Simple definition. There is no need to explain more. Now, okay, so I'll teach you machine learning in 4 or 5 points in 5 minutes. I won't make you the expert, but still you will get some basic idea that how machine learning actually works. So in entire globe, in the entire world around, right, machine learning can answer to these 4 or 5 questions, not beyond that, right? What is the first question? How much or how many, right? So how it works, it predicts the value, which is called regression analysis, what we use, and this is a supervised learning. There are 2 kinds of learning, supervised and unsupervised. You might have heard about that, right? Like predicting the stock exchange, the temperature, these values comes under that. How much, what would the temperature? Now, is it A or B? Like, is it a dog or is it a cat? Right? So how we have learned these technologies? Do you have an idea? Who taught us that this is a dog and this is a cat? Who taught us? Do we have ourselves learned these techniques? No. Teachers. Okay. Books or parents. Right? Initially, parents has taught us, right, that this is a dog and this is a cat. And how they have done that? Supervised learning. They have supervised us, right? They have told us, no, look at that creepy character, a cat, right? She's small and the dog is a bit big. So this is dog and this is a cat. Listen to the voice, the kind of sound they produce. This is how we have differentiated, right? And they have supervised us. The similar way machine they learns. Is it yes or not? Right? If it's yes, you have to give it a value or not, then it keeps learning and give you the exact result. This is how machine learning actually works. How this is organized, right? Suppose we are in a group, a small group, though online participants are there. If I ask you to organize yourself in a group, how you will do that? If I ask you, you have to arrange yourself in a group. How you will do that? Like what conditions? Maybe on gender basis, female and males. Maybe on the basis of your qualification, like you are a BTech graduate, BTech they will make their own group. Depending upon your work profile, one guy, he's a senior guy here, having 10 years of experience, he will find somebody who will be having 8, 9 or 10, 12 years of experience. He'll find more, sharing the things and the kind of experience what he has got. This is how we create a group. The similar way, we do the clustering, which is again a unsupervised learning, right? This is a technique of machine learning. Another thing which is anomaly detection. The question is this weird? What is a weird thing here? Suppose I have done a transaction in there is a ATM, Punjab National Bank, I have withdrawn say $1,000 or $10,000. Immediately what I have received is, okay, I got an SMS that much amount has been deducted from your account, and what I have done, in another half an hour's time or maybe 1 hour time, I got another message that okay, 20,000 transaction had happened in Delhi. Is there any weird thing or maybe unusual occurrence that had happened, right? Immediately my bank, what they will do, and it has happened to me as well earlier. Immediately they call me up, okay, is it you who have done the transition from the same account in Delhi? Because that's not practically feasible if I'm not traveling on a supersonic, right? Because for me to reach Delhi, I have to cover, because you are familiar with the Mumbai's traffic, right? If I'm starting from here, this place to airport, it will take another 45 hours. How come I can do a transition, right? They immediately called me up because this is something weird thing that happened, which is called anomaly detection. Another technique of machine learning which is being used. Now, how this is organized, or maybe reinforcement learning, which we call it, which is a ranking process, like Google images and all these things what we do. See, so these are all 5 or 6 questions in your entire tenure of your course, like what you have learned. Though it's a kind of, I lied to you guys that 5 minutes I'll teach you machine learning, but I have just given you the overview. This is how machine learning actually works. But if you are getting more deeper into taking a deeper dive, it's a complex affair. But yes, I have given you kind of 10,000 feet view how it actually works. All right. Next slide. Okay, so some applications of machine learning every day we have seen, like Google. We are very familiar with Baba Google, God Google, and this is, if you can jot it down, very brilliant application of machine learning. I'll just read it out as well. https://personality-insights-live-demo.myblueprint.net, if it's not visible to you guys. Right? What you can do, it's a personality profiler. Right? Like amongst us, we all have your Facebook account. So many of my friends, they become a pseudo philosopher kind of stuff, right? Sometimes they do write the philosophies over Facebook, I don't know, to whom they want to impress, or they want to, share their garages to somebody else. They start writing any kind of, what do you call it, whatever. So now, what you can do is, you just have to update your entire profile to that particular profiler, and it will give you the insight what kind of person you are, whether you are fake, whether you are genuine. Brilliant application. All right. Another application, which is a visual recognition, like you can also check that particular stuff, like visual recognition -demo mybluemix.net. You only have to click your photograph and upload it. It will detect the entire objects and tell you that what is happening. The same thing which is Mark Zuckerberg is doing, right? Then why the hell that guy is giving Facebook free? What is the benefit for Mark Zuckerberg? Right? Have you ever thought of?
Extracting data.
Why he will extract data?
Like to use it.
How they will use it? To give you some more your friends' philosophies? To feed you more philosophies or something like this? To market? How they will market?
Like they will suggest us if you try to see something on Flipkart, you will just get notification on Instagram or Facebook.
Okay. So what is the use at the end of the day? What is the benefit for me? It means that I am high on dope, or maybe I am.
He's understanding our patterns. Yeah.
Why he will do that? What he will do understanding your patterns?
So he can recommend us specific products like.
Yes, you are on the right track. Why he is doing that? Because there is a multi-million or trillion-dollar market which is called advertisement, right? Through which he is making the money, and he is not a druggie or not in dope or anything like this. He is a genuine guy, very sober guy. But now he is doing it, right? And he has become crazy now. A latest statement I was reading, he is planning to fly balloons with the internet, and he will beam the internet to those areas where there is no connectivity of internet. Why? Again, he will pitch some products to that area, right? And through which the advertisement business will flourish. It's a multi-trillion-dollar market. Right? So now the idea is how they will do that. Suppose if you are a party guy, right? You are hanging out with your friends, clicking the photograph, you're not making any captions to it, putting any captions. You just uploaded that, and immediately, like this December is coming up, right? Try to do it. Click a photograph, hanging out with an office cafeteria, anywhere else, right? you will trust me, maybe in another 5 hours or so, or maybe it will keep pushing you some advertisement like, okay, that there is a great deal which is happening, a big bash is coming up for the new year, come and join us, right? This is how they are marketing the products. How come? Because they are detecting the objects, that what is in the background, what you are having, right? And NVIDIA, as I have mentioned, they are supporting us like anything, and Google. Now you can just take this exercise and check your profiler and brilliant application. Then a recommendation system, all we are aware. How many of you have not seen that picture? Picture is not coming up. Okay, okay, no, I have removed that. Okay, the recommendation system, Snapdeal, right? We all have become crazy, right, with big billion days. And even these sites, they have become crazy every time they are coming up the sales. I don't know when it's going to end, right? Suppose you find some product, click on that. If you're searching some mobile phone, and what you will find that they will give you the similar kind of recommendation for some other products. How come they are doing it? Suppose if you're searching for a blue shirt, the system won't recommend you any black shirt or a pink shirt, right? How come? Because the machine learning is working. Similarly, like you go to a retail shop, a salesman will come to you and will say, sir, your color is fair, blue will suit you. Same thing, they know that precisely. It's a brilliant application of machine learning which they have built and which is called a recommendation system, right? Which is an application of machine learning, like all Snapdeal, Flipkart, Amazon, they use it. Okay, next slide. Okay, so tools. So what are the tools which is being used in that machine learning and AI? The hot tools. R, always a hot. R is being used. Do you think that R is a new tool? What do you think, guys? A decade or two? Quite some time? Okay, it would be a shocker for you then again. The statisticians, they are using such tools since 70s. Earlier it was S, a new updated version has come which is R. In early 80s, it has become this R, and they are using since then. Now it's hot because you can pull the entire population on that tool and do the analysis. But in the statistical tool, you have to do a sampling, right, which is a small sample you have to do, so accuracy may differ, right. So this is a very old tool, but now it is being high in demand. You know why? I have told you, because you can pull the entire population, result will be phenomenal. Python is very much required because R has certain limitations, right. But Python has some different directories through which you can deploy the entire model to the cloud and run it. MATLAB, SPSS, Apache Mahout, Spark, Microsoft Azure, Amazon Machine Learning, Google TensorFlow. There are so many tools are being used, right, in that machine learning and stuff what I have talked about. Next slide. Okay, deep learning. I'll just read the definition. Deep learning is a type of machine learning, as I have mentioned, it's nothing, it's a subset of machine learning, right, in which a model learns to perform classification directly from the images, text or sound. And it works on a layer basis. More number of layers, more complex. If the model is complex, the video, like as I have mentioned, a very high definition video with 90 frames per second kind of structure, right, or 60 frames per second, in which you have to be very specific on that particular visual recognition kind of system you are creating. You will be using, or for the images, text and videos, you will use deep learning algorithm. So there is a correlation. Next slide. Okay, so now all you have heard about that terminology, right? And it has become the hot cake. How come? Why? Because of that statement what is written. What is written? Sexiest job. So what is the sexiness in that data science? Tell me anything. What would be the sexiness in data science? You guys are here to learn more about, or maybe get some information on AI and data science, the differentiation, how the market is going and growing. What is the sexiness? Can you define that sexiness to me?
There are lots and lots of data being generated, right?
Data is a sexiness.
The things like what we can do with the data.
Okay. Any idea? You have already applied. So what is the sexiness you found? Because to whomever I have met globally, the leaders in data science and analytics practices, I have not found these guys sexy. Complete nerd guys, believe me. So what is the sexiness then? Okay, I'll give you the story about data scientist. So there is a guy called DJ Patil, maybe you have heard about that guy, right? And Jeff. These two folks, they were working with LinkedIn, right? And they have built the entire platform for LinkedIn. And that moment, these folks who have built the entire platforms, these folks, they were being called as a senior analyst, which is not digested to their ego and not satisfying their ego, right? So what these folks, they have done, almost 3 years back, they both have written an article, maybe you might have come across in HBR, which is called Harvard Business Review, Data Scientist is a Sexiest Job of 21st Century. And they were sitting on a kind of lounge bar or something, sipping beer, and they have crowned themselves there as a data scientist, right? From where the terminologies has picked up that term and spread it like a wildfire. And all we have come across that data scientist is something which is a new, jargons for the entire data economy, which has been affected by that data science and these technologies. So data science, what is the sexiness? Again, the question is still unanswered. So this is the sexiness, which is money, honey, right? So it's all about money. They earn filthy money, right? Because money is floating like anything. I'll tell you in our program what we offer, a fresh graduate's maximum package is a fresh vanilla guy, plain vanilla kid, simply has done his graduation in statistics. Companies have offered them 12.5 lakhs, right? That kind of money we are talking. And global platforms, Alibaba, they have hired the data scientist almost 60K, right? More than 1.5 CR packages. Good thing, but bad thing, they are not hired in India. In Toronto, they have hired. But in Indian context, if I talk about any individual who is working on those disruptive technologies, having 4 to 5 years of experience, easily the individuals, they are drawing 25 to 45. This is the slab which is there, right? Core data science technologies I'm talking, not about the tool-based thing, because tools will come and go. I'll just introduce the tools in the further slides, that what are the tools are being used, major tools. So it's all about money, right, which is flowing like anything. Next slide. So what do you understand by this slide? What do you think? No, it's like crystal, entire globe, or maybe they are doing some magical stuff like abracadabra kind of words and creating the predictive based modeling and prescriptive based modeling. Let's take an example of Ola and Uber application, right? It's a magic. You open a magic wand, which is called mobile phone, open the application, right, and it will predict how far the cab is, how much time it will take to reach out to you, and it will also predict the price as well. So they are the magicians, right? Even these e-commerce sites like Flipkart, Snapdeal, they themselves have mentioned almost 35% of their business comes from the recommendation system. So why there is a need of the marketing managers and the strategy marketing individuals who will create the strategies, right? Because data is everything, which is telling everything to the company stakeholders and the CEO, right? The CEO will ask to the that guy, the data scientist who are creating the entire platform, when we should come up with the next big billion day. He will have the answer, right? Because he can check your profiles and he has the entire statistics in his globe. So these folks are magicians, believe me. Okay, so a simple definition, data science is about making sense out of the data. Clear? Now, another definition. What is that? Read it. Automating data science. So what is the automation means? Bit complicated. Earlier was what quite we can easily digest. This is the automation part. I have already given a kind of exposure to you. So this is how we are creating the things automated. Search one thing, like I have put that slide, right? I was searching for a shirt, gray shirt, and I haven't found any shirt which is having a different shade with the gray, right? The system is recommending me, it's a complete automated process, right? And that's what you all have come across. And this is about automating data science and where the packages and opportunities are in that automation part. Okay, so a quick overview I'll give you, this is the chart, skills and competency matrix what I have put for the data scientists and these job profiles which is required. If you find the nuclei, it's data science, right? And around this nuclei, the orbits, you can see the things which are revolving, which is machine learning, the acquired skills, IT tools like R, Python, Hadoop and Spark. One can upgrade themselves by learning those technologies. Traditional software knowledge, like I have mentioned SQL and RDBMS kind of structure that you might have studied, like basic. This is still in use, which is required. Traditional research comes under the same domain what I have talked about, then the domain knowledge, right? That domain knowledge you will get once you start working, like you have 10 years of experience. Nobody can beat you on that domain front, right? So, to reach that data science position, the skill and competency matrix for the real-time data scientists, I am not talking about the self-proclaimed data scientist because it has become the trend. Hashtag data scientist, learn R and some statistics and you will become the data scientist. This is not the true story. The fact is different. A data scientist's skills, the span of his skills or her skills is very wide. It's a wide spectrum. One has to be good at statistics, which is the basic and vital backbone of any analytics and data science thing. Your funda should be clear in the mathematics. This is the first part. Then all these things come, machine learning, R, Pythons, Hadoop and Spark, these are the big data ecosystems. You have to have the knowledge of these tools as well and the platforms as well in order to reach that position, right? Applications, you name any industry which is not using that techniques, I don't think so there is any sector or industry is left out. Everywhere there is a need and organization, they are transforming themselves into a data-driven organization. Okay, so data science, what data science covers actually? Let's have a look. Data integration, distributed architecture, we have to distribute the entire frameworks, automating machine learning, that what we have seen, how you can automate the entire process. Data visualization plays a very big role. Because at the end of the day, if you have come up with a model, you have to see that what your model is telling you, what your data is telling. So visualization has the equal importance. Even there are n number of jobs are available which is only into visualization, who can create brilliant reports, right, based out of that models what you have created. You might have heard about Gramenor, right? Have you heard about Gramenor company? No? Brilliant company, like you might have watched that Arnab Goswami's show, India Wants to Know. The entire graphical presentation used to be created by Gramenor. They do hire for us, they're one of the recruiters. So, brilliant organization. They works only on visualization part, right? Dashboard and BI kind of business intelligence base and create the dashboard. Data engineering is another role where you have to build the models and create the structure. Deployment in the production role, which is again that data science covers. Automated and taking the data-driven decision, like the Ola model I have discussed with you guys, right? It started with your application, open it, it will track your geolocation, predict the cabs nearby, prescribe a cab, and also it learn in the process, which is called the cognitive part, where the machine itself start learning and giving you the inputs. I frequently use Ola, so every evening I got an SMS that when Ola is passing by and you will get 20% discount, grab it. Do you think that some person is sitting and giving me that kind of inputs? No. My behavior, how frequently I am using it, it's a data, right? I am tracing my digital footprints to the system and how the system is getting smarter and giving you the decisions based out of the way I have interacted with that system. So this is all what data science covers. Okay. Okay, so that picture I have put which differentiate between the evaluation of data analyst, business analyst and data scientist. So that chap from Stone Age, as you can see, these folks, they are data analysts who have no idea what is happening around, right? Their job is just to get the data, get the reports done, create the dashboard system kind of stuff. They have no other thing, right? A different island they used to work. Now that gentleman has come, quite smart, clean shave, and if you just put one blazer to that guy, if you tell him how to communicate in English, these folks, they come into the business analyst kind of roles. These folks, they are very good at communication. Another skill which is required in longer phase that if you guys are looking forward to make a transition to the data science domain, that you have to be a very good storyteller, right? So storytelling is a kind of skill which is required for the data scientist, because you have to present the idea, right, in front of anybody to whom you are communicating towards a client or maybe to your management, that what your data is telling. So these folks who have done their MBAs from good institution, who are good at communication, who are good at presentation, who are good at creating the reports, these folks they call business analyst. Now here is a thin line difference between the traditional business analyst and modern business analyst. So a modern business analyst also knows some kind of tools like R, SPSS, right, so that they can come up with some more brilliant reports and kind of structure. Now that guy has come, you know him very well, Tony Stark, right, Iron Man. So not a funny thing, on a lighter note I have put that moment, but yes, these guys they fly, right, and these data scientists they know precisely the entire process, right, who have worked in the entire process of a project in data science starting from your inception till execution. Okay, next slide. Okay, the top skills, what I have talked about, what are the top skills in the market? I have put that image bold, which is called probability and statistics. Never ever gonna lose its vitality, right? So this is one of the major vital element of data science. One has to be very good at mathematics. And if I talk about mathematics, it's about probability and statistics. Machine learning, obviously, it's a very hot tool in the market. NLP, natural language processing, equally plays a very, very, very important role, and R. And Python as well, yes. I have put that thing, Spark, Hadoop and Python. So these are the hottest skills which always companies looking forward to. Another tools which is required like deep learning with TensorFlow, then robotics, math foundation for AI, speech recognition, computer vision. This is required because this is the evaluation part. If anybody wants to get more deeper into AI and deep learning, one can choose these, upgrade themselves on these skills as well. Then there are certain IBM specific platforms like IBM Watson Analytics, Predictive Analytics by IBM, IBM SPSS, Cognitive Computing by IBM. So these are the also some tools, right? These are tools, right, which you can just do a drag and drop and you will get the results, which is also required. Okay, I have already covered visualization. I have mentioned that okay, there are opportunities of visualization as well. Machine learning I have already covered, information retrieval, Scala, QuickSense, Graph database, Tableau, you might have heard about Tableau, right, which is a glorified Excel sheet used to, it's a visualization tool more of, used to create the visualization, ClickSense, ClickView, right, these are the tools which you can learn, but they are very high in demand now. Okay, any questions you guys have? Do you have any questions? Okay, so I'll be covering quickly the program part as well. If you have some energy left, I'll quickly wrap up the entire course content, the info session on that. Okay, so I'll just quickly communicate to you till date. For the last batch, what we have done, almost the batch size was 54, right? For the full-time batch, I have taken the statistics. And for them, 50 plus, close to I have mentioned 45, but 50 plus companies roughly they have come and observed the candidates. And these are the recruiters who have absorbed the participants from us, like be it IBM, since we offer this program with IBM, they are one of our recruiters, Deloitte, Fractal, L&T Infotech, Loginex, Credit Vidya, Ford, Mercedes, they have also absorbed the candidates for their Bangalore location. Packages wise, if I talk about minimum package till date, the freshers they have got is 5.5 because we won't allow any organization who offer less than 5.5 as the benchmark. Maximum that freshers got up to 12.5 lakhs. And individuals typically who have got up to 7 or 8 years of experience, companies have offered them a hike of 50 to 100%. So this is how the statistics. Now how do I enter into this field? Though I will be covering up the program part specific. Now if you have that question, how do you enter? Quickly I will just point out. Jot it down. It's a datasciencegyan.com, or you can take a picture as well. Subscribe yourself on that particular portal, a page we have, the blog, and you will be feeded with a number of information about what is happening in and around, right? The kind of meetups, what we host, and also the kind of information about what is happening in and around. You will get the entire information on that. Subscribe yourself. Another point, what you can do is, also you can download these white paper. You can click the photograph if you can. As I mentioned, the Deloitte is our knowledge partner. We have written so many white papers along with Deloitte, like data science, transformation, the ICT domain, how it is doing, opportunities in telecom sector arising from big data, another white paper we have done. Another white paper we have done, the challenges and solution to improve the understanding of data, what we have done with vPhrase. These are the white papers what we have always come up with, and so download these things, you will get more insights. Next slide. Okay, M-Uni campus, click that picture as well, go to that M University, you can pick up any short certification courses what we have. Few courses are free of cost. You can just simply log in yourself and you can access some of the free courses which are available to get more information on that. So M University, as you can see, it is our end-to-end state-of-the-art learning management system what we have. Next. Or you can also go to the Coursera, edX, Udemy, you might be aware about these sites. You can go and you can also learn from these sites. It's not working, Adit. Next slide. Okay. Attend meetup and conferences. It's a very short, small conference we are conducting with the participants sitting here and who are listening and watching us live. Manish, if there will be any question, you can ask to the online participants who are attending us online. So you can attend such meetups and follow us on our Facebook page. You will get to know entire information. There are so many brilliant industry sessions we also do conduct, which will satisfy your thrust or your eager to learn more about what is happening in data science and what the technology is coming up, right? Next slide. Okay. Higher education, you can also look forward for the program what we offer, what I have mentioned like you guys, like MS and data science, business analytics and big data what we offer, and also the applied AI program. I'll just quickly give you the information on that courses. Also you can, one of the best program we have come across is the MS and data science by NYU. You can also refer to that particular courses. Also you can apply for internship, like you guys mentioned that you are already working as a data analyst, analyst kind of profile. If you want to look for any kind of opportunities, as I have mentioned that we also, okay, as we also work upon various projects. So there are requirements for the research associate and data science advisors. You can write to us for our internship program and you can look for the opportunities, and you can also help us part-time as well. The kind of projects I have mentioned with you guys like Project Kojo, right? We need mentors like you guys, right? Because this is for the community we are building up. If you think that you can contribute, you're most welcome. Write to us and we'll evaluate and we'll provide you. And only those who know some basic R, Python, MLDL and Hadoop and do some kind of real life projects with us like Kojo I have mentioned. Next. It's not working, Adit. Go to the next slide. Any questions so far? Okay, next. Okay, this is me, Ritin. I'll be just quickly taking you through with the info session. I have just mailed you the presentation. Okay, so any more questions you guys have till date as of now? Regarding the courses as well, I'll be quickly take you through with the entire course module. Do you have any questions regarding the course you were asking? You can ask me.
It's just like e-learning program is like, so after I have my role, so we are currently working with like proprietary tools.
Right.
We have like data science tools.
Yes, yes, I understand.
We have like
Proprietary tools, yes.
So yeah, that's why we are looking forward to go into like more market related tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you said,
See, tools, what's the name? Shiv Kumar. So tool-based approach, Shiv, is not a sustainable approach, I would say, right? Because tools have a certain time frame. It will come and go. Believe me, guys, the time we have rolled out this program, Hadoop was very high in demand. Everybody was running after Hadoop, right? And believe me, today the Hadoop salary at that point of time, participants, they were earning kind of gold bricks, right, at that moment. But now that Hadoop profile alone has dragged down to 3.5 to 4.8, right? So tools, don't run after the tools, right? Learn after the technologies which are building up and which are the base, right? And which will never ever gonna change. Like statistics. The statistician, they are using these techniques since primitive times, right? Still it's young and it will be, right? It will give you the more opportunities, right? Scales like R, you have some wrong notion about R, it's hardly quite new phenomena, right? But now I told you, it's stretching they're using since 70s. In early 80s, it has become R, right? Never ever going to change. Machine learning, the concepts was there in the market since 50s, 1950s, right? It will mature more enough. New branches will come up, right? Robotics, but inside it, like people will change the name, probably like cognitive computing. Might have heard about that cognitive, right? What is cognitive computing? Simple. If you go inside deep into the cognitive computing, it's the smart systems and how these smart systems are building up because of these statistics is working behind. R, Python, machine learning is intensively working inside, right? And this is how we are creating these smart systems. So go behind the technologies which never ever going to fade. And you will have a sustainability as well. And you will be able to grasp the new tool easily because you know the funda, the basics. Right? Tool-based approach is not a sustainable approach. We have seen there are individuals who are working as a Hadoop infrastructure job who are trying, believe me, with a very known organization, Wipro, though Wipro is not big paymaster, but for Hadoop domain, they have hired individuals and 24 to 25 lakhs of the package, right? But now they have sensed almost 2 years back, it had happened, right? They have applied for the full-time program because there is no requirement. Okay, so now let's get into that picture. So the program we offer, as I have mentioned to you guys, that 5 years back we have joined hands with IBM and we have rolled out the programs and we have set up IBM's business analytics, cloud computing and cybersecurity lab, as you guys can see here. And we have rolled out the programs like, okay, so quickly agenda for this quick meetup, 10 points I'll be summarizing you guys, which everybody in my every talk I mention these points because like you guys are here, what dragged you on this weekend sitting till 7? Why? Because you want to do a transition, right? So you have to clear these things on your mind before opting any institution. What are the pointers you have to have in your mind which will help you to opt the good institution? Because it's a career investment you are putting up. About Aegis I have already discussed, in the session I have already talked about, courses offered, I'll talk about courses offered, I'll talk about the labs part, I'll talk about the course content in detail quickly, faculties exposure I'll give you, who will be the experts delivering the session, then Center of Innovation, Career Management Center, how it will help the participants for the opportunities and the placements. I'll talk about the live projects part as well, how this will, though I have given the exposure of the live projects earlier session. We'll talk about the LMS platform, what we do have and how this will help the learning. Delivery models, we'll talk about the full-time and the different models what we have, a scholarship and the admission process. Okay. Now 10 points. So guys, this is the kind of investment you are putting up, which is a career investment in which if you are looking forward to make your career, make a shift. So what you are doing, you are putting up your efforts, your time and your hard-earned money, right? So these are the points which will help you in order to take the right decision. First thing you should consider before opting any institution is the industry alliances and the association. Why it is important? Right? Because these are the disruptive technologies what we have talked about. So you have to look at what sort of association an institution has got. This will give the institution as well as the participants the entire holistic exposure where the technology is moving. And you will be updated with the current trends which is happening in the market. As I have mentioned, the time we've started, Hadoop is a kind of core course, but we thought of, okay, Hadoop is something, the game changer. It is, by like your Flipkart, Snapdeal, they have built the system on Hadoop itself, right? It is required, but now it is losing its pace. Spark is coming up, right? So you have to look at the industry alliances. The institution whom you are picking up, what sort of associations they have got. It will give you the exposure. Another major point is the curriculum. Why it is important? Because this will lead you to your dream job or help you in the transition. So you have to check, because curriculum plays a very, very, very vital role, because curriculum should be in sync with the current trends. It shouldn't be like that the institution, whatever institution you join, they are giving you some rotten kind of curriculum, which is no longer adequate in current market. So curriculum plays a very, very vital role. You have to closely look at what is being delivered, what the institution is giving you the entire exposure on. Curriculum is important, but faculties and experts plays a very another vital role. Because you cannot expect a management faculty or maybe a computer science faculty, doesn't matter how brilliant these faculties are, maybe a Java faculty, maybe they are brilliant on the masters in their own field, but they cannot give you the exposure, the hands-on on those disruptive technologies what we have talked about. You need somebody who hails from the same background, right, who have deployed the systems, who have built the modules. These folks will do the hand-holding for you and they will provide the entire exposure. So which plays a very important role. Getting my point? Another thing is the live project. See, training, learning, curriculum, experts is one thing. Keep it aside. But where is the application? Right? It's just like you have by-hearted and learned how to drive a car, but you have not drove it. Right? You have to drive the car, right? For which the practical exposure is required. The real life, not practical, but real life exposure is required. You have to check the institution whether the institution is providing any kind of real life project or not. Because these real life projects will help you to get your hands dirty with the technology and they will become you industry ready. Why a company would show interest in hiring you guys? On what basis? Because if you're sitting in front of the interviewer, it's all about selling yourself. You're selling your skills yourself, right? And these projects give you a cutting edge. Getting my point? So real life projects plays a very important role. Internship and placements, obviously if you're putting up your money, efforts and times, you have to look at whether the institution is providing any kind of assistance in terms of placements or internship or not. Learning management system, whatever I have given a kind of 10,000 feet view to you guys, maybe it get into your head, maybe some deep learning concept, some AI, something, I believe. But if I say you have to sit for the class for a longer period of time because it's a very complex subject. So a 3 or 4 hours of session is not enough. You won't be able to digest that much. So you need a system where the entire session gets recorded and you can go through with it and again revive the session. Also you need a system which will help you to work upon the real life project. Probably you are not sitting in the campus, right? You need a system through which you can, which will be handy, like you are done with the project, you can on the fly, on the go through a mobile phone, you can access the entire learning management system. You can go through with the sessions on your pocket, right? You can take the entire sessions on your pocket. So that kind of system is required, which boost and enhance your learning curve. Okay, now the labs, virtual and physical, plays a vital role because you have to work upon the projects, right? So it should be physically present and virtually, so that if you're not, like you guys are working, right? So if you're looking for, like this gentleman, he has applied for the full-time, the executive model. So if he's not coming to the campus, he should have the flexibility that if we can work upon the projects, so he has some system available through which he can work upon the projects, right? Maybe he's sitting at home, late at night, anywhere, on the fly, on the go. So labs plays a vital role. Then different delivery models which will provide the flexibility depending upon your learning curve. Maybe you can apply for the full time or maybe the executive models are available or not. This is another area you should look at. Location plays a very vital role because you cannot expect the kind of delivery, the kind of ecosystem maybe in Bihar or Jharkhand, those areas, right? And the financial aid. You also have to look at whether the institution is providing any kind of financial aid to you or not, because if you're investing something, so you should look at whether the kind of assistance in terms of loan or maybe scholarships are available or not. These are the pointers you always have to clear in your mind. Okay, so I have already cleared that slide, I'll skip that. Okay, so these are the programs we roll out. We have currently, we are running a postgraduate program which is equivalent to MS in data science, business analytics and big data, which is a holistic applied data science program we offer with IBM. Another program we offer, that is the postgraduate program in applied AI, machine learning and deep learning. It's a complete applied program again we offer with IBM. And cybersecurity, I have already mentioned that. That thing I have already covered. Okay, what is happening? Go to the previous slide. Okay, so these are the labs what I have mentioned we have set up with IBM. So Miss Militha Mayor, she is the Director Enterprise Software. She has inaugurated those labs almost 5 years back when we have joined hands with IBM. Come to the program part. So this is the certification participants they will get, that is jointly offered and delivered by IBM and Aegis itself for the program you guys are looking forward to. This is the partnership we had with NVIDIA. So they joined hands with us for delivering the sessions on deep learning and AI, which is a core part of the course. Their experts will come and they will do the entire hand holding for the participants. Certification I have already discussed, participants they will get the certification. Coming to the curriculum. So the curriculum we have in this program, it is a composite of your core courses and elective. So if I talk about the core courses part, so we start the program with the basic and one of the vital backbone of any analytics program, which is statistics and probability. Then we go to the advanced statistics level, R, which is sync with statistics. We cover very much R from starting from scratch to advanced level. Python is very much there we cover. Then machine learning is there, natural language processing is there, and there are different types of machine learning. Though I have given you kind of 1000 feet view about machine learning, there are different types of machine learning for different types of data set, like machine learning using R, machine learning using Python, machine learning using TensorFlow, machine learning using Spark MLive, different machine learnings. Then AI and deep learning is a core part of the course, what I have discussed, for which the NVIDIA experts they come and they will deliver the session. Hadoop is very much there, which is a part of the big data ecosystem, and Spark is very much there. Now since we, okay, I'll just walk you through. Visualization is very core part of the course. A graph database we have already included, which is again a part of visualization thing, so which we have included in the course. Now, since we offer this program with IBM, there are few IBM specific platforms and the tools which is widely being used by the industries in which we provide the entire hands-on. For that, IBM experts they come and they will deliver the entire session to the participants, like Cognos BI, which is a BI based tool of IBM, Infosphere Big Insight, IBM SPSS, cognitive computing, I talked about cognitive computing by IBM itself, IBM Watson Analytics. So these are few IBM specific proprietary technologies and tools which would be delivered by the IBM experts, and they will do the entire hands-on. Next slide. Okay. Now, apart from the core courses, there are electives, which participants they can choose. There are a bunch of electives available, right? One can choose 4 or 5 elective, like SAS is one of the elective. TableU I talked about, ClickSense, ClickView, graph database we have included in the core courses now. Social media analytics, retail banking, operational analytics. If anybody wants to get more deeper dive into deep learning, one can choose neural network as well. So one can choose 4 or 5 elective, and depending upon the area of interest, and since we know the world better, so the project mentor, the industry experts, they will do the hand holding for the participants again in order to when it comes to opting the elective courses. So this is how the elective courses will work. And another program what we offer, which is applied AI, machine learning and deep learning program. This is another program we have recently launched, and we are starting this program in the month of April, executive one, and full-time program we are starting in the month of February 2019. For this, again, it is jointly offered, as you know, offered and delivered by IBM and Aegis, which is sample certification will be offered by IBM and Aegis itself, similarly like previous program. Again, same way like NVIDIA is there, here also they join hands with us. So participants, they will have the access to the NVIDIA proprietary tools and softwares and the labs. Their experts, as I have mentioned, will come and they will also deliver some deep learning and AI based tools. Sample certification, that is again we offer in this program as well, but which would jointly offered and delivered by NVIDIA and Aegis. Okay, also I have mentioned earlier a slide like we do have the tie-up with AWS. So participants, they will have the access to their entire educate material, they will have the access for their cloud labs as well, which they use it for working upon the projects and applications like chatbot, recommender system, what I have talked in my previous session. Now curriculum part, foundation of AI, again it has got the core and electives part. So foundation of AI, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, Google TensorFlow, Python, speech recognition, machine learning over AWS, and IBM cognitive computing is a part of the core courses what we do deliver. Then there are electives which one can choose again 4 or 5, Scala, QuickSense, recommender system, machine learning is Scala with a Spark ML, graph database. There are certain bunch of electives are available which one can choose 4 or 5. Okay, now coming to the faculty and mentors who will be delivering the program. Quickly I will walk you through with this. So Dr. Abhijit Gangopadhyay, he is the Dean and Professor of Aegis, and he takes care of the HR analytics and critical thinking at Aegis. Also, he is the founding Dean of IIM Indore and former Dean and Director of TIS. You might have heard about that institution, Tata Institute of Social Science. Dr. Vinay Kulkarni, he is the Director of Aegis. He takes care of the statistics and Hadoop part at Aegis, and he holds his PhD from IIT Bombay and holds dual degree from IIT Bombay itself. Mr. Bhupesh Dahiya, he is the mentor for telecom management and for the data science program. He also mentored the participants for various projects. Barita Singh, she takes care of the graph database, what I have discussed with you guys. She has more than 15 plus years of industry and academia experience. Cyrus Linton, he is the faculty for visualization, more than 23 years of experience that guy he has got. Then we have Dr. Saugata Mukherjee, he heads the entire Watson wing of IBM. So he takes care of the visualization part at Aegis. Dr. Sudha, she takes care of the NLP part at Aegis. She holds her PhD in NLP itself from IIT Bombay. Dr. Samshuddin, he holds his PhD from IIT Bombay and Monash dual degree he holds in PhD. He is a associate professor for machine learning at Aegis. Dr. Umesh, he takes care of statistics part, as you can see here. Rohit Mahajan, he is a faculty for machine learning at Aegis. Dr. Suresh, he takes care of Python part. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, Amar Nayak, Dr. Amar, he is a PhD in econometrics and quantitative economics, takes care of the Python part at Aegis. Dr. Mallesh we have, he is a faculty for machine learning. He is a PhD from Montfort and University and holds dual degree from here, IIT Bombay itself. Then this guy, that Mukundan, as you can see here, he is from NVIDIA itself, solution architect, takes care of the deep learning part at Aegis. Then we have Dr. Ashish Tandulkar, brilliant faculty, he is a Google guy, deploy and develop the entire systems for Google for AI and deep learning part, takes care of the machine learning and text mining for Aegis, holds PhD from IIT Bombay, MTech and BTech, again dual degree from IIT Bombay itself. Then we have, next slide, okay. So we have we have hired 3 Russian data scientists like Dr. Tatiana, as you can see, she takes care of the Apache Spark at Aegis. She is a Ukrainian data scientist. Dr. Elijah, he takes care of the information retrieval. Igor, he is a faculty for Apache Spark. These all folks are data scientists. Dr. Abbas Raza Ali, he is a Paki guy, Pakistani guy, brilliant guy. He is a chief data scientist working with IBM and has got more than 25 patents in his own name. He takes care of the foundation of data science at Aegis. Then these faculties are from IBM itself, Varun Malhotra. These are the solution architects and Cognos experts who come and deliver the entire hands-on for the IBM's proprietary tools and platforms I have discussed with the participants. Sharmila Das, she takes care of the social media analytics and Infosphere Big Insight. She heads their entire social media analytics practice for IBM. Arnab Adhikari, he is an advanced analytics solution architect. Rishikesh Patak, he is the data scientist working for IBM itself. Then, so these are the faculties who will come and they will deliver the entire session, and you will get the entire details on brochure, and if you just go to our link, you will get to know more information. Now, Center of Innovation helps the participants, what we do have, to bridge the gap between the industry and the individuals, right. So, this will give the participants the entire exposure that what is happening. Because since you guys are not very much aware that what is happening, because we are all sitting in a disjointed islands, right. Technology is happening in the areas like Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, but we have not exposure, we are not getting exposed to it. What sort of companies are working on which tool, what are the hot scales in the market, what sort of new technologies are coming up. So we have rolled out and curated that Data Science Congress, which is Asia's one of the largest conference we host. It's a 4-day conference, though we have increased it 4-day conference, in which we invite the CXOs, the real-time data scientists, cognitive computing experts around the globe in one platform. For our participants, it will be free of cost. We don't charge anything for them. It's a complimentary. And the idea is, and in that platform, these folks, they come and they will deliver the session. They share the ideas, the best practices, which is being practiced around the globe. Also, we invite the nominations from the companies who are working in the data science domain, and they will demonstrate the kind of innovation, the breakthrough innovation they have come up, the demonstration they give. Participants, they also get the exposure that what kind of technologies these geeks they have developed and how they have developing, right. Another, we have the platform, the another vertical in which we invite the research paper around the globe. Participants, they come up with a research paper who have their own patents in their own name. They come and it will provide the exposure to the participants. So it provides the participants the entire exposure to the technology. Graham Bell Award, I have already talked about, right. We have initiated, curated that Aegis Graham Bell Award, which has got the global recognition now. We keep on conducting such leadership series in which we do invite the industry leaders, and for our participants, they will get the participation and they will get an opportunity to have one-on-one conversation with those giants who have deployed the system, developed the systems. Also, we conduct like AI Day and cybersecurity conferences, what we have recently launched. So this provides and helps the participants to get the exposure. Next slide. Adit, could you please help me? Okay. Now, Career Management Center. So Aegis, we have a dedicated Career Management Center, which facilitates excellent placements and internship for the participants. So this is the role of Career Management Center, which plays an active role. So these are the recruiters. I have already talked in the last slide, and also you can just have a look. These are the recruiters who have come, and always they have the requirement. They come and they absorb the participants from Aegis. So records, I have already talked about the records to you guys. Educational background, you can see the entire pie chart. They come from different domains, from the technology side, from who have done their BSc, BCA, economics graduates, BCom graduates, anybody who had studied mathematics or statistics. If anybody would have that logical mindset, is eligible to apply for the course, right. Okay, live and capstone project. I have already give some exposure to you guys, which plays a major role and the major USP of the program what we offer. Some of the projects I have already explained it to you guys, so I am skipping that slide. Ongoing projects, which is currently going. So in the entire tenure of the course, participants, they will have the exposure of the real life projects what I have discussed. They will have 6 portfolio projects and products what they develop, and 1 major capstone project which happened after 9 months of training. 2 months of dedicated project part. So these are the projects participants are working upon, like chatbot for one of the leading internet service provider company, finding out the customer behavior based on the internet uses, what they are doing. M University face login system, they already have deployed and developed that. Course recommender system, they have already deployed. Video analytics and indexing. Chatbots for, which is AI based chatbot what they are developing. So these are multiple projects on which we are working upon. And also the Kojo is one of the project. Another capstone project what they have done. So these are the projects participants they have done. Just quickly have a look, like automated image to creative contextual description. Brilliant project they have done. Like I have mentioned to you guys, in our platforms like Data Science Congress, we provide the participants an opportunity. It's a group project to showcase these projects amongst the giants who hails from the industry, right? And this first project and many other projects, but this project is, I like that project so much. It says, though every project is brilliant, but in this project what these folks they have done, you simply have to click the photograph of yours. Suppose if I click the photograph from this side to you guys, right? System will create this story, right? Depending upon the objects, like it's a classroom, right? You just have to give the instruction whether it would be a romantic story or a thriller or any kind of a story. You just have to click, give the command, and the system itself will start generate a beautiful story within a fraction of seconds. And believe me, they presented that project to the Data Science Congress. Nielsen is the organization who picked the entire batch on the very same day. And there are many other batches. So these projects are actually helping the participants, right, to get industry ready, that I have already discussed. Another project they have done, like facial authentication for M University, intelligent vision by CCTV footage kind of thing, which is completely deep learning and AI project. Sport analytics for IPL prediction. Brilliant project they have done. So companies, they have picked up on these projects. So these projects are actually helping the participants, right, to become industry ready, as I have mentioned earlier. Learning management system, M University, as I have mentioned, is state of the art learning management system what we do have. So the benefit of NMS is access to the tons of recorded sessions apart from the sessions what we do deliver, and we record these sessions to our LMS in the executive model and the full-time program as well. We record every single lecture, upload it to the learning management system. It will be available for the participants till the entire tenure of the course, right? Access to the tons of repository of the e-books, business cases, use cases, participants, they will have the access, right? Another benefit is they can check their attendance online, right? They can submit their assignments online. So this is how it also provide the benefits to the participants. Okay, so this is how the platform looks like. Like you can see, like Dr. Vinay Kulkarni, he is the director of Aegis, taking sessions on big data analytics with Apache Hadoop. This is how the platform looks like, and you can see the entire, like I'm taking the session with the smart board, the entire board get captured, and you will see the entire, whatever the, maybe the vision would be hazy because of the lighting and all stuff, but you will get the entire clear vision that what is being delivered in the slides. They can use the smart boards for writing the things. You will have the same impression on your system. So that kind of recording would be available for every session what would you deliver. Okay, Cyrus Linton taking the sessions on visualization part. He is Tejas from Fractal taking the sessions on machine learning. Now this is how, so MUniCampus, if you guys have Android mobile phone, you can right away download that MUniCampus, which is available at your Play Store. This is how it looks like. You can take the entire session on your pocket. The courses you have registered for, if you don't have time, you are traveling, you are stuck in the traffic, just log in yourself and you will see the entire live sessions which are going on, any meetup which is going on. You can access the live sessions, you can access the recorded sessions on the fly, on the go, check your attendance, submit your assignments by using the mobile phone, right? So this is the flexibility that platform provides you. Suppose I have registered myself for the live lecture. If any live lecture is happening, you can see the live lectures on your phone. I have taken the screenshot of that. You can download that MUniCampus, and you will find some of the free sessions, right? You can download it if you guys have Android phone. The courses I have registered, like statistics and probability, and deep learning with TensorFlow, data analytics with Excel, R language. These are the courses I have registered myself for. You will see the entire content of the course here. You will see the faculties like Dr. Vinay Kulkarni, Dr. Ramesh. Entire recordings will be available for the entire session. Click the recording and you have your notes handy with you, right? So the recorded session looks like, I have taken the screenshot in a vertical way. If you just tilt it in a landscape mode, the clarity will be brilliant. So now coming to the program delivery models. So there are 3 delivery models what we have, which is the full-time program, what we offer. Another model we have, which is the executive weekend on-campus PGP, which is on Saturday and Sunday. It's a executive model for the working professional. An executive online live interactive sessions as well. Participants, they can enroll for these courses from where we don't have any presence, like maybe somebody sitting in Delhi or maybe in Jharkhand, Bihar, they can access these sessions. Quickly, I'll just summarize what is there in the curriculum, how the modules will be. Entire duration of the course will be 11 months, in which 9 months will be the complete training, right? Classes will be held 6 days, 5 to 6 days a week, and it's a complete 11 months program in which last 2 months will be the complete capstone project. Participants, they have to come to the classes, they will have some conceptual session and the projects. They will be only working upon the projects part. And that 11 months of training includes the real life project as well, what I have discussed with you guys. Entire structure of the course will be 45 credit unit. Here we follow the Northern American credit structure based system. Entire program is of 45 credit unit. Here we follow, as I said, the Northern American structure. So this program is of is also equivalent to MS in data science, which is globally accepted. Commencement date, full time we are commencing from March 2019, 21st is the date. Applications are open, guys who are listening me online and who are presenting here. Now, another delivery models we have, which is a weekend on campus program, which is the executive postgraduate program what we offer. So duration will be the same, that is 11 months. Classes will be held on Saturday and Sunday. It's a complete classroom training module. Classes will be held for the entire full day, like 10 to 5, 10 to 6. And again 9 months of training followed by 2 months of capstone project, and then placements and career assistance as well for both the models, maybe executive or the full time. credit structure will be the same, 45 credit unit. Core course is 30 and elective would be 15. Commencement date, Mumbai, Pune and Bangalore. So you guys are from Mumbai. Mumbai, we are starting the batch from 15th December. Applications are open. Deadline is 20. Bangalore, if anybody would be, Manish, do check the chats as well. Participants are asking. So Bangalore, we are starting, if anybody from Bangalore who are listening us live and watching us live. So Bangalore, we are starting the batch from 2nd December. Still by 20th, we are accepting the applications. Pune, we are starting the batch from 8th December. And this is for the data science program. Data science, business analytics and big data. And the AI program I have mentioned to you guys, for which the program is commencing from February. The executive one, and full time is commencing in the month of April. Another model we have, which is a completely online live interactive. So in which the duration will be the same. Saturday, Sunday classes will be held for the entire day, 10 to 5, 10 to 6, sometimes up to 7 or 8 like we are having the sessions today, depending upon the industry's availability and the content and the complexity of that subject. And the duration will be the same, the structure will be the same. Commencement date is 15th December. And it's a completely online live interactive, like you guys, we are having the communication and who are listening and watching us live here in YouTube. So now you guys can see me and hear me, but you cannot interact with me, right? But the beauty of that LMS is you will have the access of the microphone and video. You can interact with the experts. You will see the other participants attending the session. You can raise your queries to the experts on real-time basis. Process to get enrolled, if you are looking into it, you have to fill the online application, based out of which one interview would be scheduled, which will be a personal or a Skype interview. Skype for those who are in Mumbai or in Bangalore or Pune, or who are looking for to apply for the online program. But for Mumbai candidates, it would be personal interview. And we extend the admission offer if anybody gets through and shortlisted. Quickly, the scholarship and financial aid. But scholarships, there are 3 scholarships we offer. One, which is the data science Dean's Scholarship for Women in Technology Leadership for the women participants. Not a female attendees here, but if somebody is watching me live, they can have, they can apply for that scholarship. But these scholarships are only for the full-time program, not for the executive one. Another scholarship we have, which is the Aegis Gramble Award Scholarship. If anybody would have some idea to work upon, a breakthrough idea, if that idea can be scalable, if that idea can be commercialized, and if somebody would have a startup, they want to explore more about the program, they can apply for that Aegis Gramble Award Scholarship. Another scholarship we have, which is a Data Science Scholar Scholarship. Anybody who wants to make their career into academics and research, so we invite the applications from those individuals who have their degrees, like who have done their PhDs in mathematics, physics or related areas, or maybe who have done their MTech or MS. They can also apply, but these scholarships are only for the full-time program. And the scholarship may be 100% funding from the participants, or maybe that would be complete waiver. That's what we provide. We do have the tie-up with various financial institutions. If anybody wants to look for any kind of assistance in terms of the financial assistance, so we do provide that assistance to the participants in terms of disbursing the education loan. That's all about the program part. Anybody would have any questions? Even the online participant, they can also raise their queries. Don't turn that. Anybody? It's clear to you guys? Anything, any questions? So maybe I have given a kind of 360-degree view or a 10,000 feet view to you guys, but if you want to get more deeper into that field, you have to fasten your seat belt because it would be a roller coaster ride. Believe me, it's a very intensive program, though you might have come across the kind of technologies I have talked about, right? More participation. Participants, they have to walk extra miles in order to digest the entire concepts. All right? Pleasure talking to you guys, and thank you for being a patient audience. Brilliant. Thank you.